Hi guys, welcome to Baking with Bri. I'm Bri Bailey, for those of you guys who do not know. And today I'm going to show you guys how to make a really simple fondant, or fondant. I pronounce it fondant just because if you watch Cake Boss, you guys will know fondant. I'm making it with marshmallows today, which is a really common way to make it because marshmallows actually include a lot of the ingredients that are used to make fondant, however you want to pronounce it. But this way it only includes 3 ingredients: powdered sugar, marshmallows, and water. And you guys will also need some vegetable shortening, but I'll get into that later. You guys can do this in the microwave, but since I'm going to use my standing mixer with the dough hook later, I'm just going to do this over a double broiler. I want to show you guys this. Look at this. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. And there. It says keep calm and bake on, and it's bake. So I have some water that's just simmering. It's about 1 inch of water. I'm going to place this on top, and I'm just going to stir this. And I'm just going to keep stirring it, consistently stirring it, just until it's completely melted. If you guys don't want to do this, you guys just put it in a microwave-safe bowl, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then stop, stir it, 30 more seconds, stop, stir it, in 30-second intervals until it's completely melted. So I'm just going to melt mine over the stove. I find that this is a lot easier for me, just because I like double broilers, to tell you guys the truth. Sorry about the shade line, as you guys can tell from it's nighttime. But I'm going to be using this tomorrow when I show you guys how to make Texas sheet cake for my dad's birthday. So yes. Okay, so mine took like 5 minutes on the stove. My bowl's still a little bit warm, which is fine. I'm gonna add my water in. It's 3 tablespoons of water to a 16-ounce package of marshmallows. Look at that meltiness. Yeah, I add half of mine in normally when I start to melt it, and then the other half when I'm done. You can whisk it in. I just find a spatula works perfectly, but you don't actually have to mix it too well. I'm gonna put this on my KitchenAid like I mentioned before. You guys can't really see it. Here, let me actually, you guys know what? I'll move it in. Boom. Because the cord stretches that long. Okay. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to incorporate 4 cups of powdered sugar, a little bit at a time. I'm going to do about a cup at a time. Make sure that this is sifted. If you don't use sifted, then it's just going to be a clumpy mess. So make sure that it's sifted and add it in about a cup or so at a time. I'm just going to be using this spoon here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. 5 teaspoons. And then I'm going to mix this, and then I'm going to add more of it, and then I'm going to mix it, and then I'll show you guys what happens when we're done with that. If you guys wanted to color this, when it's on the stove or when you're microwaving it, right when it's that yummy marshmallow goodness, before you add any of the powdered sugar in, mix it in then, because then it's liquidier and it's not like you're going to knead it through like fondant or anything. So I'm going to mix this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when the first cup is all mixed up, okay? Okay, so the first cup is incorporated. It hasn't really changed the consistency, or else I would show you, but if you guys want to see, just for a visual, it is liquidy, but not quite too liquidy, as you guys can see. It's still quite thick. See this? I don't know how to show you guys that. So yeah, it's still quite a thick mixture because the marshmallow will start to harden. So you have to work quite quickly. I'm gonna add the rest of my 4 cups. And then I have just some extra powdered sugar here. This is just something I made. And that's just gonna be for dusting my surfaces. You can use anywhere from about 4 cups to 8 cups depending on the humidity. Yeah, that's the word. Of the surface that you're working in. Here, I found that 4 cups is pretty accurate for what I need. So I'm just gonna forget the spoon. Also, if you also don't need to use a KitchenAid for this. You can just knead it all the way in. I just find it leaves a complete sticky mess everywhere. I found that this way it's just easier, not as hard, just works a lot better. So I'm gonna mix in the rest of this, and I'll show you guys what we got. Okay, I'm gonna use my spatula real quick. eh. The only problem with marshmallow is the moment that you're done with this bowl and the paddle, go and shove it in, like go and soak it, not shove it, soak it in a bowl of hot water so quickly. If you don't, this is going to harden and you're never gonna get it off. Okay, so mine's still quite sticky, so I'm gonna need to add just a little bit more powdered sugar. So I'm gonna show you guys what it should look like once you're done adding all of your, however many cups you use. I'll tell you guys how many cups I used, okay? Okay guys, so mine is looking like this. I'll show you guys in just a second. You guys want to take the shortening and cover your hands extremely well. Make sure you have really, really nice, clean hands. You just want to cover your hand extremely well and shortening, almost as if you're like taking, as almost as if you're washing your hand and shortening. So this is just going to help by preventing less sticking. Look at that. Okay, so mine is a little bit green. That's just because my homemade powdered sugar is not quite as fine as my powdered sugar. I could have, but I just personally don't like to make it too fine. Okay. So next, I'm gonna keep shortening your hands. Shortening. That sounds funny. Make them shorter, guys. No. Okay. Shortening your hands. Now, as you guys can see, this is sticking a lot. It should still stick. That's not what we're trying to go for here. I want to show you guys this. Okay. I'm going to put this within my hands just because I have so much shortening in my hand. This is one more I like to need, just so that you just need it. So pretty much you just need. So see. This is still though, so when you take it and you just go like this, if it keeps on going, it's not good. You want to break it at about arm's length. My shoulders are a little bit shorter than people, so I go to about a little bit more than arm's length, so about here. So it is getting there, but it's still too gooey, how it keeps running out like this. You don't want that. So I'll probably add just a little bit more powdered sugar. See the. Okay guys, so I just packaged mine. This is a container of fondant I did get. So this is how much it should make for you. And it's a solid dough structure that no longer stuck to my hands. I had a bunch of extra powdered sugar left over. Mine is a little bit grainier than what you guys will have, but that's just because I used a little bit not quite powdered sugar, but it turns out fine. You guys just want to make sure to make this the day before you guys are going to use it. And you guys want to store an airtight container. I like to do it in a plastic bag.